Hello and welcome to the Trample Bat Podcast, episode 110. I'm Gary Black and joining me this week is Chris Conroy.
Hello, cake sniffers.
John Walker.
Hello.
And Techno Peter.
Techno Peter's present.
Fuck Techno Peter, by the way. Fuck.
Honestly, we had a reprieve, didn't we, for 15 minutes?
We stopped and we're like, right, let's record, and then pretty much as we pressed record, he started again.
Imagine he thought, I've been quite harsh on the guys, and then heard the door go when Conroy went for his coffee, and went, they're gone, I can fucking get going again. That could have happened.
See, if I was fucking loaded, it'd be brilliant. But see, sober.
Yeah.
Trying to get a podcast done.
Aye.
It's just a nuisance.
Never felt older.
He's
fucking shut up, man.
Right, we apologise for Techno Peter, but we're going to play on.
So we have a new Patreon this week.
Another one?
No fucking way.
Yeah, man. Kit Curtis, all the way from Australia.
Oh, thank you, Kit.
Finally caught up with the episodes and stuck her hand in her pocket.
I think Kit has listened to them all in a really short period of time.
Well done.
Is she the only person ever that's binged listen podcast?
I think so.
I think I'd done it with Five Club, but that was like 4 or 5 I had to catch up on. This sounds like that she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
See if Kit was listening to episode 4 in December, then Techno Pete's audio defecation isn't going to be that big.
No, yeah.
It's going
to sound great.
I was listening to episode 32 last week. It's fucking one speaker.
That even the comparison to 4 to 32 is ridiculous, though.
Remember. It's cool, guy. I'll take that out.
No, leave it in, please.
No, I mean the new equipment we've got, we can take out all my stutter fucks. Sitting round one microphone, listening to our own voices.
It's funny because the first couple sounded like it was in a bomb shelter, and if Brexit goes the way we think, we might be back to doing it in a bomb shelter.
Right, straw poll. Is that what a straw poll is?
What's a straw poll?
Is that not where you pick who's got the shortest straw?
No. Quick poll.
Oh, right, okay.
Is it going to go through in April the 12th? Are we going to Brexit in April the 12th?
No.
I didn't know that was a date. I thought it was June.
That's the extension.
They wanted it to be June, but if it's June, then we have to hold the European Parliament elections.
Oh, shit.
The 22nd of May.
Is it the 22nd of May?
Yeah.
Shit, 12th April, so now I'm getting married. You looking forward to the wedding, Gary?
I'm
looking forward to seeing you dressed up.
You have you ever seen me in a suit?
Apart from well, I knew it was you in the suit, but the court reporter who put the blanket over your head as they put you in the back of the unmarked car.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a suit just now.
Just wear a Kappa trackie.
No, I mean I have smart clothes, but I don't know. I think I might rock out the tweed jacket.
Gonna wear a flat cap?
No.
Got to be honest, mate. You're only a night invite. Nobody's looking at you.
Mate, if I turn up with the trousers I'm planning on wearing, everyone will be looking at me.
Do you know what? I'm looking forward to it. My partner has done all the work. All the work. And
do people keep going, you must be stressed out organising the wedding? You're like, yeah.
Do you know what? I've done some very menial tasks, but I realise that's my role. She's done an excellent job. The band's really good. I think
Peter?
Techno Peter's doing the after party underneath the M8. No, I'm quite looking forward to seeing you two dressed up and dancing, gun fingers, sliding in your knees,
having a dirty dancing moment.
Oh, John has to be Swayze.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Describe these trousers, because I've been looking up a pair of red Levi's cords.
They are kind of pink chinos. So
salmon,
yes. So
would you say they were a lighter salmon or a pinkier cerise?
They're a pinkier cerise. So I would be going with probably a brown belt, brown shoes, and either a kind of light yellow shirt
and a turtleneck.
No, so yellow
smoking jacket.
Yellow shirt and the tweed jacket goes.
Sweet Cumbernauld Hugh Hefner.
The tweed jacket really complements the brown shoes. So it's a nice outfit.
I've been looking at a pair of red Levi's cord because it's the wedding on the Friday and then my birthday on the 13th.
Well, the night will go into your birthday.
Do you know what? 33 this year. I've been 32 for 9 years.
Huh?
I'm really looking forward to the change.
We both turned 33 in the same year.
Amazing.
I feel so old. Feels like years since I was 33.
I do heavily moisturise though. I've started moisturising in the gym, and initially I felt, do you know, is this a bit vain? But then when you realise that there's old guys insisting on looking at their tackle in a full length mirror, you know, till it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But there's only certain times of the day the gym's like that. Like, see at night.
When old people are out, that's what it is.
Going, you are honestly trying to hypnotise your own banger by looking at it hard enough.
So thanks, Kit, for signing up to Patreon. If you want to join her and get more of this and little videos and stuff that we do, you can sign up. Go to tramplebat.com and there's a button at the top that says support us on Patreon.
Kit did make a demand. She did want more John Gavin's Chris Akibusi style writings.
Yeah.
She's well within her rights as a paying member of the support crew to say, I want to see more of this. I can't stop thinking about all guys looking. You're toiling too hard in the one area. Oh.
So who's died?
Scott Walker.
No relation.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, no
They
relation.
took the wrong Walker.
They took the wrong one.
No, Paul Walker's gone already.
Is Roy still alive?
No.
Is he?
No, remember he got lung cancer from playing the trumpet in jazz bars?
No. That's Roy Castle.
Is Roy Walker still alive?
Roy Walker. I saw Roy Walker at the Fringe a few years ago.
Right.
Doing Catchphrase Live.
I don't think that was the last. His sons are comics.
Yeah.
But I don't see that much.
I think he's still charging ahead.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
So this is like
you're a fan of Scott Walker?
I only knew 2 songs. I didn't recognise the name.
Sing them.
The sun ain't gonna something in the what? The sun ain't gonna shine anymore. And the other one, which is, what's the other famous song he did?
Was it Rolling and Scratching by Daft Punk? Or is that what Peter's playing now? Right, that's the last Peter reference. I've fucking enough Peter ads.
What's the other song?
Mate, I don't know. Scott Walker to me is the type of song that would come on somebody else's playlist, and I'll go, oh, what's that? That's pretty fucking good. Oh, that's Scott Walker. I'm going to go listen to some more of that. And then I get distracted.
Then never do.
Aye.
There's so much stuff though.
Aye.
Like you were talking about, you found Guardian, like a Guardian podcast they do weekly. There is so much content. I have 40 podcasts marked on my subscribe on my phone, and I have to regularly delete because it's taking up memory space I don't have, because I don't get round to listening to them all.
You download in the house and then...
I just auto-download them. Well, my work, you can get Wi-Fi in my work, so I just auto-download everything. So I've got them.
Game of Thrones season 1 to 7.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
This chat's going to come up more as the final season comes out next month.
Too many podcasts to listen to.
I started rewatching Game of Thrones from the start.
Well, I mean, they're like
the acting and the special effects from the first episode are horrendous. But you never realised at the time.
You were too busy buying into it.
Yeah.
Too busy. I'm going to endeavour to listen to more Scott Walker on purpose now that he's dead and I'll never see him live, because I like that bittersweet thing going, oh, I wish I'd seen him live.
The other Walker Brothers song was Take It Easy on Yourself.
The 2 that you named there, to
That's
me,
the early stuff, isn't it? That'd be the very early stuff.
But seemingly a very influential, humble artist, like in every sense.
Yeah.
I think that was what came through in the tributes or any interviews that I'd listened to or heard. But it was about a fucking hipster's wet dream. The tribute list coming out today. You had Tom York, Fran Healy. You know, there's a lot of those kind of instrument players of a certain age coming out saying that he was a huge influence. Is that the only guy that fucking died this week?
Yeah, that's the only one I could find of any note.
Any note?
Means you got a big one coming though.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah.
Who've we missed?
Who did I take? I took Kevin Spacey for the year, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mate, see if that Kevin Spacey one pays off, I'm going to be very, very content.
Would a bookie take that?
Maybe. It's worth asking, I suppose. Paddy Power seemed like the type of bookies that would take it.
You don't want to be the
Oh no,
only
because if
guy
it's a
that-
suicide, you don't really want to.
Aye.
Yeah, no, probably not then.
I'd Prince Philip, and then who did you have?
I can't remember.
For all you know, it could be Scott Walker. Still checked his lottery numbers. Tell me you seen that fucking thing on Facebook. I mean, I'm still not sure if on Twitter. I'm still not 100%. People saying it's a hoax, but
Is this £160 thing?
the guy who never put his numbers on,
No, it's not a thing.
is it not real? Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
His pals, he puts on 7 lottery number, the same 7 different lottery numbers. So not 7 numbers, 7 sets.
Yeah.
So it's like it involves like his partner's birthdays, his partner's family's birthdays, his family's birthdays. It's a combination, and cause it's like what £21 every week. It like bounced that week because they hadn't been paid, and one set of the numbers came up.
Full whack.
Full whack. It would have been what was it, 1.6 million or something they'd have won, because his friends have just been tweeting it and slating him. Like, mate, that would end me.
Would it?
I would feel like that was a sign that you're never meant to make money.
See the toothbrushes that my mum and dad had with the lottery. My dad once got 5 numbers up, and you've never seen a man so disappointed to win 2 or 3 grand.
Yeah.
Aye.
Like you've never seen a man. And the other one, I was young and working a night shift, and the night shift started at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, and I was in there at 7 o'clock, and I'm trying to remember. It was this guy called Jerry O'Farrell, right? I'm pretty sure it was Jerry O'Farrell, but people, not me, people called him Father O'Farrell, because he had that sort of wee ball patch at the back of his head and that sort of slide shed,
Yes.
and he kind of carried himself like a priest, Father O'Farrell, and he was fiending as fuck. His missus worked with my mum, waiting at the start of the line to start the shift and wait for the day shift to come off and us to go on. What are you doing in the night? I thought you'd have been off for your mum's lottery one. So the syndicate, my mum's work, had won. But so I thought, fuck it, what am I finishing this shift for? I done my 12 hours, finished, phoned her on the way home, going, did you win the lottery? She says, no, I'm not in the syndicate. but like the fucking 6 people that she sat with, like 4 of them were in the syndicate, and they all get maybe £200,000-300,000 each. But they'd gone, well, I didn't play the lottery, she wasn't fucking interested. But I've never played the lottery.
I love that idea of seeing it's like a proper rollover, and I've played it a couple of times when it's been like 80 million euros in the Euro Millions, as if like, aye, that's worth getting out of bed for now.
Yeah.
I'll play it now, because this would be my time.
My partner's been really close with a football coupon since Christmas this year. Like, there's been, one goal, for 3s, 9s, 7s.
Aye.
7 grand, and she's not even telling me about it because the wedding stuff's coming up. Like, she knows it would break me, but she's a lot harder.
Yeah.
She'll just fucking go on with it.
That's not how I work.
I made the grave mistake of picking relevant numbers when it first started that I now know, so I'm kind of stuck. Not really, I suppose.
Do you still play it?
Yeah, but I'm the same. I've got it on a direct debit, but it's only one set of numbers, and it just sort of...
Aye, you can't stop, because if it ever came up,
aye,
you need that. You can't discontinue.
Now, the results don't seem to come on the telly or anything.
So Richard Branson bid for the lottery.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought, like, what stops you? Like, what would stop us creating a trample bat lottery?
The license.
Lottery commission.
So, what do you need to do that?
A gambling license.
So, how much is that?
I think it would be more than if you produce your own gin.
No, I don't think it's about how much it is. I think it's about
what you're giving out as a prize.
Yeah, and like technically, you're not really supposed to be able to run a raffle at a charity night without a gamble. So,
do you ever hear anybody singing the Paul McCartney song for the postcode lottery? Like,
no,
a couple of times of it. Someone knocking at the door, someone ringing my bell. And see, any time I've heard somebody sing that, I'm like, you watch shit telly.
I've never been tempted by the postcode lottery.
No?
Nah.
Not right.
Have you?
Mate, I'm not fucking tempted to be the real lot. It's 32 grand and fucking Jennifer Rioch at my door isn't going to convince me. There's fucking Romeo coming into your cul-de-sac. He's not called Romeo anymore. He's on STV. Hi, David. Right, do it like we said. Oh, what are you doing here? You've just won £32,000. I was fucking 28, 32, 28, 32, 28, 32. That's what it always is. 28. How much did I win? 28 grand. How much did I win? 32 grand. Always the same.
What about the health lottery?
That's what you're playing.
That's true.
Is that all that's did then?
That's yeah. Scott Walker's our only sad death. So maybe you're right. Maybe we're due a big drop.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be Richard. What were you going to say about Richard Branson before
you try to buy the lottery?
To completely sideswipe you.
His plan was to put the profits into the NHS, and they gave it to Camelot instead. I think
when you say his profits into the NHS, do you mean Virgin Health?
Well, Virgin Health started after that. I think he kind of took the hump and goes, well, I'm going to privatise this and make money off it because I fucking tried my best to help you. What's your thoughts on Richard Branson? Smug Tory prick or blonde-maned philanthropist?
Neither or. Like you can be both.
What you got?
I think so.
You can be both.
Well, on the thing, see with the NHS contracts, this is where it gets this is where it gets muddy because I don't believe in any privatisation. But I genuinely think, see, because
you're fucking joking. You've been encouraging people to take private healthcare for 3 months.
Well,
now.
this is what I was going to get to. See, the Virgin Health model was if he had got contracts for NHS, was to try and promote the whole package.
Turn them into businesses.
Here's what you do for your health package. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get regular assessments in your heart monitor, your fitness. We'll be able to identify any problems early and it'll actually reduce your health insurance to go with it. So you're paying for the gym membership. You're going to get an all-encompassing package as one to try and help. You're going to get a dietary team as well on site. And the idea is that it's going to reduce strain on other NHS contracts because he's going to have people who are already paying for a membership, maybe paying an extra tenner, but they get their health insurance built in. And what they're doing at source is going, we're going to make sure you're healthier at source, so I don't need to have you in my fucking hospital.
Right, right, I'm going to backtrack here and say, see if Richard Branson had managed, I'm seeing it more clearly now, if he had managed to link the lottery with the fucking...
I forgot there was a lottery.
If he'd managed to link the lottery with the health service, people would be, like, you would have B-list local celebrities champing on people's doors going, Eileen, you've won the critical cancer care that you needed. Could you give you 28 grand? I've put my family through enough. I just want the money and leave it. No, you need to have the operation. Smile with this massive check. And that's the way it would have. Someone's knocking at the door.
No, right.
Someone's ringing a bell.
So the point was, with him, see what I'm saying? Obviously, a clear obsession with being rich as fuck. But I also think he likes the positivity. He's a popularist. So see the idea of being the guy who could have made a health service that made money and was good.
Yeah.
He would have fucking loved that. He'd have lapped that up being like, everyone fucking loves me. Because there's less strain on places that actually can't afford my memberships. But the NHS can still function. But at the private contracts I've got are actually helping. And I'm just getting good publicity. And everything's working. It's just that all works for him in one.
My wee boy Charlie's got a bit of an obsession with Queen, you know. See the band?
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury. And been really, like, I love being open with the kids and telling them, you know, it's sort of, so he'd asked me a load of questions about Freddie Mercury. So he was sitting watching the Live Aid performance. It was like a 26-minute, like the whole Live Aid performance for Queen was 27 minutes, right? It's on YouTube. He's halfway through it. Dad, did Freddie Mercury have age there? I was like, no, it came a couple of years after. What is this concert for? I says, Charlie, you're going to fucking love this, man. There was loads and loads of starving children in Ethiopia. The country was going through a civil war, and they got all these pop stars like Freddie Mercury. Yep, U2, Dire Straits, Phil Collins. They get loads and loads of them to do this for nothing. Nothing like this had ever been done before. Phone in and donate your cash. it was run by a man called Bob Geldof. So his sister said, did they raise a lot of money? I says, I think the figure was into the millions. It was the first time £1 million had ever been raised on UK television. And then there was other songs, there was charity signals, and she says, and did it help? I said, no. It was a disaster. They raised millions and millions and millions of pounds and gave it directly to the Ethiopian government, who then spent it in tanks and bombs and guns instead of clean water tents and sort of, and the civil war just ravaged the country. It gets so much worse before it even began to get better. But what a fucking concert that is. But see the fact that you can be fucking open with an 8 and a 10-year-old, like, I can never imagine having conversations like you know,
but you realise the thing is you can be open, but you realise Charlie went to school the next day and told his teacher that Freddie Mercury started an Ethiopian civil war. Because that is definitely how information's relayed.
Is that them coming over the hill? What do you mean? Oh, well, I can hear them. What do you hear? Ayo. Ayo. All right. But he loves Queen. So we went into a bit of a YouTube hole this week. His sister's not really into it, but he loves it. Like, see putting. He's like, right, show us another one. We'll go, right, the next one we're going to do is, like, you'd start off, you go, right, Under Pressure, Queen and David Bowie, and then you'd show them Vanilla Ice.
Right, okay.
And we go, how did he get away with that? Gone, well, Vanilla Ice tried to kid on that he hadn't stole a load of Under Pressure and said there was one note difference, and then Vanilla Ice had to give them, you know, a load of the royalties, a load of the money. He's like, no way. He's like, well, what happened to Vanilla Ice? And I'm like, and then he's like, right, is there any more stories? So you're going, girl, you know it's true, Milli Vanilli. Go and watch this video. And then you show them the fail where the CD skips, and that's them outed. It was never them, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. It's like, what happened to them? It's like, fuck knows, mate. Fuck knows. But see, I'm looking at him going, imagine just hearing the story of Milli Vanilli for the first time. And his sister's going, this is terrible. I'm going, this was fucking everywhere. And next week, we are going to do Charles and Eddie. Would I lie to you?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking just amazing.
When are you having NWA Day?
No. But see, like, we'll listen to Abbey Road, right, in the motor. Golden Slumbers comes on. He's like, did the Beatles sing this? Because he only knows it through
Sainsbury's?
Through Sing, the animated
Oh, yeah,
film.
yeah.
So he's going, this is the first time you're hearing this, and it's... But the first time you see Milli Vanilli, amazing. We've still got so much to do. We've to get Freddie Mercury's Eurodisco, Ain't Got No Time for No Monkey Business, Hadaway, Culture Beat.
Too Unlimited.
We've got so much tat to get through.
I feel like I had a cassette that would have come in very handy for you.
Aye. But he is loving the cheese. She's like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
That's a point.
It's amazing that your son's accepting it as alright.
What's the alternative?
Is he going, oh dad, this music you listened to was terrible?
Do you know what? You need to give them a wide spread.
My dad exclusively brought me up on Frank Zappa and Deep Purple and nothing else.
No, you need to give them a wide spread and see what they like. He does like something with a beat in it as well. But there's some... But I'm watching Live Aid and going... There was homophobes sitting watching this thinking Freddie Mercury, you know, that Top Gear leather bomber jacket, you know, kind of alpha male would love Queen.
Yeah.
My grandpa, I always remember, I think I've said this
Let's
before,
rock.
just being a pure old school guy, But my grandpa insists that he was the person that knew. He knew. He used to say to his pals, he said, hey, "Oh, he's definitely
One of them.
He's no. It was he used to just say. My grandpa probably just around me used the word. It was a homosexual. He would speak properly, but he used to say to his pals, like he said, like as soon as they appeared, he went, "Oh, that's a homosexual band. That's a homosexual lead singer." They were like, "Oh, Jimmy, you're talking rubbish." It's like, "Oh, come on."
But the fucking shame in
He was
having
the most-
to hide.
Oh, but he he wasn't. That was the thing that was quite.
Did you fucking see Brian Gittins in Afterlife with the Ricky Gervais programme?
I've not seen it.
What character's that?
Brian Gittins, the guy that's always trying to get into the
paper.
The paper. And he comes in, I want it in the paper, you need to put me in the paper about my sex exploits, you need to go, right, put me in the paper for this. And he holds up a tooth, and he goes, "Found this." He's like, "Well, what the fuck is it?" He says, "It's Freddie Mercury's tooth." He goes, "How do you know it's Freddie Mercury's?" He says, "Look at the fucking size of it."
Right?
That was the best bit of the whole programme for me.
No, it's not.
Best bit.
Have you been still enjoying Alan Partridge?
Loving it.
Have you watched this week's episode?
No, I didn't watch Monday the 25th.
I thought it was the best one yet.
You realise totally by the way I'm watching it is you actually can't talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it's been excellent.
It keeps getting better every single week. I think this week's one, which is I don't think is spoiling it, is it's a special on Me Too.
Right, okay.
Fuck. Right.
It's
Okay.
outstanding.
That's been my catch-ups. Fleabag and Alan Partridge. So I'll probably watch both of them tomorrow night. But really, really good comedy.
When you get to the opening credits,
Fleabag, the writing of Fleabag.
Who's
is
that?
Fucking
still
brilliant.
never watched any of it.
Who's that? Who writes that?
I know.
Who writes that?
Phoebe
Waller.
Smith.
Bridge.
What's
Bridge.
she?
Phoebe Waller Smith.
What else has she written?
But, mate, she's done so much. She done Killing Eve. But I think she was maybe a director,
She's
a producer.
a robot in
Star Wars.
Star Wars episode 8.
See the writing talent in Fleabag. It's the best. Killing Eve was the best hour-long programme the BBC produced last year. Just so much. It's on. They're all on the iPlayer. Go and check them out, mate.
Yeah, I'm wanting Partridge to finish so I can just rack him out.
Maybe someone. See, even the writing talent. Me and Fenton were talking about it, and he'd never watched the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock's.
Oh, really?
Just fucking amazing writing talent.
Yeah.
Just
Not seen either.
There is some really good stuff being produced.
Yeah. I still resent the license fee, and I won't sign up to any of their online shit.
The iPlayer's got a lot better in the past couple of years, and I've been listening to BBC Sounds as well, guiltily.
I believe that if they have a system that works for signing in, then they've clearly got the technology to make it subscription based. So crack on.
Right, I've got a big problem with the BBC News and the agenda that it drives. And the people in charge of BBC News and BBC programming to an extent all went to school with the people that either own the newspapers or are in government, right? They're all at the same fucking barbecues, right?
Yep.
But some of the drama and comedy that they're producing is very, very good just now.
I don't think there's enough to justify it.
I mean,
I agree that there is some good stuff out there, but I would.
so there's cunts, but the network puts out good. It's almost as if there was like a terrible news station in America, but also makes movies.
Right.
You talking about Disney?
Exactly. It's also like a donut.
You said you hadn't watched any of Fleabag yet.
Not yet. No, I know. I'm keep meaning to get around to it.
Did Netflix make Afterlife for Gervais?
Yes.
They've done a very good job of that as well.
Afterlife's tremendous.
Only recently, the past couple of weeks, I've started watching a bit of TV again.
I'll tell you something I've been watching on the BBC. It's totally different. It's a reality kind of thing called Race Around the World.
What's that about?
So they're trying to get from London to Singapore.
Of course, London.
Yeah, without using any air transport. It's quite good. At the moment, the one I was watching the other day, they were going from Kazakhstan to China
Right.
On buses and trains and stuff like that. Really interesting. And you
Don't they ever feel sorry for the camera crew?
Is that not just... No, it's not what Richard Ayoade done. He was more about actually being in the place, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, this is about the travel, getting there, you know, and they started off with the amount of money that it costs to get the flight.
See how
they've got to spend their money along the way.
See how we were talking about the patrons that were contributing, we spent money on equipment and stuff. Could we get to a point where we just like says, right, we've got money in the bank, we will go wherever you send us and we will film it?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, once the money's in, then as long as we're creating content for the people that are paying us, then...
I mean, the amount of money we've got now, they can literally send us anywhere on the first bus Glasgow map.
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you filmed anybody away somewhere interesting, you would get something worth watching.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
As long as they were doing... My worry would be go to fucking Brussels and you just stay in the hotel room phoning your cat. Going, I can't get a chemist that give me the same painkillers. I want to be near my toilet.
I had to take my poor wee cat to the vet hospital this week.
This is the third time you're going to tell me about this.
The good thing with us, and I say us, I mean Conroy and I.
Yeah.
Is we have a very similar outlook. Like if I go abroad somewhere, I want to at least have one night of that trip, not what anyone else has had. Whether that's going to a shite pub that's got 5 people in it, that I'm going to talk to one guy who's going to take me somewhere that I would never otherwise have went to if I just went to fucking... Where's the nearest Hard Rock Cafe? Where's the popular nightclub? Just find some dodgy looking guy and be like, look mate, is there like a weird techno club or a weird dance club we can go to?
See, was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. Me and my partner went to Gdansk because it was cheap, and the best thing we done was go to the tourist office, and the guy was a similar age to us, about 30ish, and we waited till the place cleared, and we said, what would you do today if you had the day off? And he went, I would get drunk. I was like, where would you get drunk? Bring me a map. He got the tourist map out and he went, go here and ask them for milk and vodka. Go here and ask them for the raspberry cooler. Go there and ask them about the bear that they keep downstairs. And we get so fucking drunk. How do you say tincture? Ask them for the tincture. So we're on 6 different pubs that were kind of off the beaten track.
Yeah.
But I fucking go and do something a bit left field. The
Trampled Bat travel documentary would definitely be how you two deal with me.
Mate, well, I don't know if we get out of fucking
Glasgow
airport.
What we would do is we would take all the opiates off them, insist on trying them, bin the rest, and then just see where we go for
Funnily enough, when I'm in a hotter country with a lot more sunshine, my back generally...
It's almost like heat's like a cure for inflammation and stuff like that. But, I mean, if only there was, like, ways to do it, like, baths.
I'd quite like to do...
Or maybe we'll just pay for it ourselves.
No, we want to travel on somebody else's money.
What's the deal? I've heard comedians complain about this before. See people that do the fucking, like, cycle the Great Wall of China or climb Kilimanjaro. What is the deal with they things?
What, like sponsor me to go do it? They're getting people to pay for it. That's it. The money doesn't go in. Presumably they then raise money to then go and do it. Like, be there, and then the money they make in excess would go to something.
Yeah, you need to... Your first, like, £2,000 you raise pays for the event itself. And then... But that's the same with, like, parachute jumps and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but, like... Yeah, people do things wrong. Like, see if I was doing a bungee jump, like when I did the bungee jump, if I decided to do that for charity and said, look, I'm going to do this to raise money for a dementia charity, but I'm paying for the bungee jump myself. I just hate the idea of doing this, but I'm going to pay for it. I just want you to sponsor me in the idea that I'm doing something terrible for you to donate money for a dementia charity, and you get to watch a video of me.
I think
being an absolute shitbag.
The argument that people have, though, is that they wouldn't be able to afford to do it unless they used them.
But that's what I'm saying. If I'm paying for it myself and going, boom.
Yeah.
Cycling the Great Wall, mate, you're just using that as an excuse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Call it what it is.
So, what if our thing was to drive from LA to New York together, but not to go to any chain fast food places. I'll give that up for you guys.
You fucking stupid.
I don't know if I'd even want to.
Like the guy for those conspiracy guys got a lot of stick, particularly off me. That whole gap year documentary thing. No, I think we're getting towards warmer weather, and you said you come up on Monroe.
That's true.
I'm not going to introduce any more things into the mix until I've written these fucking questions.
That's a good idea. People are starting to worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was going to say, Gary,
Yes.
is if Conroy was to guess where Krispy Kreme got the money from, what do you think would be his last guess? Not Russian troll farms.
No.
Basically, what was the exact way they worded it? Because they did a good press release that covered up essentially.
I didn't see the exact wording. Let me check
Any
it out.
excuse to get right onto that phone.
Their family and their background, I mean, they are German,
Right.
are Nazi profiteers.
Okay.
So to start up the business, which initially it wasn't donuts,
Was it?
Schnitzels.
but they used
Second-hand gold fillings
they used Russian slaves
to make the donuts.
to basically whatever the original finance business
Right,
was.
okay.
They used Russian civilians and French prisoners of war in their factories.
And
And what were they making? Ja, Donut das gut, ja. Dankeschön.
They were enthusiastic anti-Semites and keen supporters of Adolf Hitler.
mate, this is like, do you know how if you find a comedian said a bad joke and it can kill a career?
Yeah.
Gary, what did Krispy Kreme decide to do?
They did not give away donuts. Did they give away donuts to synagogues?
Not quite, but they've.
In July 1937, Albert Reimann wrote to Himmler saying that his business was a purely Aryan family business that's over 100 years old and the owners are unconditional followers of the race theory.
Right. And
It doesn't say what.
but what is the business? And then they just covered it up by selling donuts. I don't think their donuts are that good.
No,
No, they're not.
they paid money to make it go away. Basically, $11.3 million.
They gave $11 million to different
is
charities, I believe.
£8.5 million.
Different charities as an apology today.
The current stakeholders.
Who
Think-
also own big brands in Dr. Pepper.
Think how much money they've made.
Not Coca-Cola?
No.
Own Dr. Pepper?
Well, they might have a stake in it,
Right,
but
okay.
no, it's not a Coca-Cola branded product.
That
Dr. Pepper?
Oh, it must be part owned.
Right, okay.
But that see when I see people boycotting things that don't make sense, where I go, don't boycott the whole production because of Harvey Weinstein. They made good movies. You know what I mean? Like have like a line. That is a boycott of all brands.
Yeah,
That's like
Yeah.
that's like a thing I can get behind and go, no, do you know what? No.
Only because we don't like their product.
No, but like I mean
Like Arthur Guinness was a fucking terrible unionist.
they also own.
I love his stout.
They also own Pret a Manger, your favourite sandwich bar.
I think McDonald's have a large stake.
They used to.
They used to.
don't
Get rid of
anymore.
it.
when they realised they didn't need to have a split diverse portfolio.
Remember there was that time when everyone was going healthy and they panicked and bought half the stake of Pret a Manger in case McDonald's collapsed.
Right, okay.
I mean, honestly, but do you know how we'll look at this? Probably not in the same way, but it'll be people who back Donald Trump
What about the...
when loads of businesses go out and they go, fucking hell.
I've skipped over it. Just read the tweets rather than clicking on the link. The Mueller report says that Trump was not being...
Well,
No collusion.
no, I think the headlines.
He's been used a fucking belter.
Aye, yeah.
The Russians didn't need to collude with him. They just says, "Aye, we've been colluding with him." And this thing has fucking rumbled on for 3 years. They've had their fucking... They're going, that was good. Like, we
but-
tell everybody he was working with us. They all thought he was. Then he came out and went, "Oh no, we weren't." I still think he fucking was, even if he didn't know it.
Well, from what I understand, all that's been released is the summary of the report.
Right?
And the summary of the report says there's no definite evidence of definite collusion. But I believe the full report is a bit more damning. but everyone's just gone to town on the headline.
Do you know what I've never understood? Why this is
thermodynamic?
Why that too? Why this is even an issue? Right. So for me, see the North Korea thing. Just to go divert and I'll go back. North Korea thing.
Gary Welsh is going to South Korea. I told him
to meet up with Sab.
Hook up if he wants to.
That'd be awesome.
If he wants to see. Imagine that for a photograph.
Patreons
would be really good
on a different continent.
We should go. Get the Kickstarter forms.
So you know how like Donald Trump gets ridiculed for trying to build a relationship with North Korea,
right?
Is that not a positive? The same way with, I understand if Russia have colluded, but they always slate him because he's in a relationship with Putin. Is this not better?
No, but what the argument is not
that he was doing it for financial gain for himself.
Yeah, and that Putin's using him as a puppet rather than having an equal agreement.
I genuinely don't think Putin has any interest in what America do as long as they keep away from him.
I think Putin's using everybody as a puppet. Sometimes, like, I'll do something like fucking... like, I'll buy beans with sausages in them and I'm going, is that what Putin wants me to do? I'm only doing that because Putin put the idea in my head. Putting the idea in my head.
Oh my God.
Hence the phrase.
That's why you're going to go down the aisle at your wedding in a topless on a horseback.
Aye, like a Cossack.
It's the only way to turn up to a wedding, to be fair.
Like a Cossack warrior.
Yeah, but no collusion. That was exactly what was decided. So I'm sure that'll be the last we hear about it.
It does mean
do you think we're heading towards a simpler time? Like, see all the weird fucking bad...
age?
Aye, but, like, this is a dark age that we're going through. We've never had so much light from our screens, from our cities. We are literally throwing light. Like, you are never in the dark, but we have never been in a grimmer place mentally.
Well, I don't know if you've ever read much about the fall of Rome, but there is a lot of parallels between...
But what comes after is a renaissance and an enlightenment.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was another 400 years later.
But I think the enlightenment...
is now?
The enlightenment will feature less technology and more walking about barefoot.
Nah. There won't be. We're already...
He's going for... It's the environment.
No, we're already too late. We're already too late. See, I can't... Like... My nephew has a mobile. That was a genuine suggestion for anxiety, was to get a mobile. Right. Because the kid, my nephew feels anxious when he's at school with it.
What kind of mobile?
Right.
Like a smartphone?
Aye. One he can text my mum on the break at school because he gets anxious and he's been sent home a couple of times with panic attacks. And the suggestion was, get him a phone so that he can contact you on the break and just send you a message. The teacher will help him send a message just to say he's having a good day at school, blah, blah. But I thought, right, that's a good thing, but what you are still doing is putting a phone in his hand, and in 2 years' time he's going to figure out he can go online. And then that's it, it's gone. The anxious thing that was meant to help is gone.
Where does that come from, though? I feel like... I don't feel like there was anybody I was at school with that was so anxious to be there that they had to contact their parents.
Because they didn't have the offer.
Well, would have been... That's why I can't... Would have been...
Yeah, if you...
Who was more anxious than me?
Gary, see if teachers were as attentive as they are now, you would have been that kid, probably.
Yeah.
The teachers are way more... The teachers... See...
How old is he?
8. See the teachers... See now, it's... They are way... From when I go to when I've seen my nephew's teachers when I've went up for if I went up for parents' night or he's done a show or something, the teachers you speak to are way nicer than any teacher I ever had. Like, they're so attentive and nice. They know every kid. They know every kid's parent. They know everything about them.
Fast forward 4 years, and just he's get used to the way the phone culture works, and your mum will pick up the phone and go, oh, there's a phone going. I'll see how he's getting on. Pick up the phone that just says send nudes. But that's it. You're part of society now.
Aye, so I think you're kind of plugged in, and then it's going to get worse. Like, worse.
Well, memes are going to go away, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're going to be doing with them, aren't we, Gary?
Well, it depends, because the EU are banning them. So.
I'm fucking so angry about this. Is this article?
That's Article 13.
I'm fucking so angry.
Would you describe this as your hot button topic?
Apoplectic with rage.
The EU have passed a bill
So angry!
to enforce deeper copyright laws.
Okay.
And those copyright laws extend to...
Photos.
There's already... These copyright laws extend to URLs.
Right, okay.
So if a newspaper puts out a story and they write a headline, and that headline is in the URL of the story, that URL is copyright of that newspaper. So if you share that news story on Facebook, the newspaper can sue Facebook for copyright infringement of their URL.
So what I want to be clear though, is that the intended use of the article,
Yes.
or is this this
No.
people looking into what it can be used for?
Well, this is the intended use that were lobbied by media groups and newspapers.
But how do media groups think they're going to function
They
if
want
it's not
Facebook to agree to give them like a Spotify revenue share. So they say, well,
But presumably they get that from the ads by clicking on the fucking article already.
yeah, if they...
So why don't sponsors just refuse to pay them and say, if you're getting money for Facebook, you'll get money for us?
Because their answer to it so far has been that really fucking lame.
No.
Before you read this article, please fill in this survey. Skip survey.
What happens
I won't
now...
read your article.
No, what happens now is if you pay Facebook, they'll take money off you every time someone clicks on your story.
That would cost them a lot of money.
What they're now going to be is if you click on an article, Facebook owe the newspaper money because they've, and not even if you've clicked on it, just
I'm
if they've
so
displayed
angry
it
about
to you.
this.
But then do you know what Facebook are just going to do, surely? Is remove their little icon from the share newspaper story function.
Yeah, they'll need to stop you from being able to post links on Facebook.
And
Yeah,
then,
they had
But not
some
just to
funny thing.
newspapers, like we wouldn't be able to put a link to our own podcast on Facebook or Twitter because that's our copyright and they'll just have to blanket ban it.
right,
So what is the internet without links?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't think...
Just a repository
I
of
think-
SCUD that you
I
need to
think-
remember the exact address for.
Yeah, I think this is becoming like the misintended use is a problem that's going to chuck it out.
Also, why they're calling it the war on memes is that they've toughened the laws so that if you post a altered image from a TV show or a movie or a GIF, then the person who owns that image can go after Facebook for their content being hosted on their platform.
But they have no content without the
Do you know
platform.
what? It's an argument in a place that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that none of this is
Wait,
real.
hold on. We're not in the EU in a couple of weeks.
Yes, but the
Why does April the 12th? There's something about April the 12th.
You're getting married.
See if we've not done something about April the 12th.
2 weeks we have to vote
Aye.
on the no deal.
if we're going to stay in longer than May, we need to announce the candidates that are going to stand for the
Well,
EU
surely May will
elections.
resign.
Yeah.
I've said it before. The only way she's moving is an assassination.
I think she's already dead.
So yeah, the law has been passed by the EU. So it's now down to the individual countries how they want to interpret and implement that into law.
I think there's a big move on Facebook.
Do you know what? I seen a big kickback about this today. I'm so angry about it. I seen a big kickback about saying it was going to harm creators.
Uh-huh.
See if your job is creating memes. It was time you fucking got a new job.
Yeah, but have you seen how much money like some of the meme creators are making? It's fucking retarded.
How do you make money?
People will hire you to create a meme that will be influential in an election, for example. So there was a woman who said that she was getting paid as much as $2,500 to make political memes.
There must be a finite amount of people doing that.
Well,
but that's what I'm saying. Once you...
the thing is, Chris, that a large part of what we do is taking things we've read and reinterpreting them and telling people about them in a way that we think matters.
Right.
That's infringing the copyright of the people that originally wrote the story because we should be paying them.
Oh, it's like 1984.
Well, that you've just infringed
The
movie.
year.
the book and the year.
The movie's not as good as the book, though.
No one ever says that about the Bible on a Sunday. No one ever comes out of church going, the book was better.
What was Article 12?
Nobody's fucking read it.
No?
Thou shalt not kill.
Was that the Spotify agreement?
Yeah. So, John, you want to do your banhammer?
Yes, and this is definitely going in because I don't know if it's because I've like text somebody saying that the chat's boring, and now all I'm seeing on Twitter is that it's now the chat I see. So it's the pedo behaviour becoming the natural insult for things that people don't like. So, for example, I've seen the meme or copyright infringed meme, where it's the lemon and herb sauce at Nando's, and it's like putting this in your chicken at Nando's is pedo behaviour. Driving a Fiat 500 is pedo behaviour.
It's not the same as ruining a kid's childhood.
Yeah.
The two things are
so I think my two examples, my essay is written. I think I have it. The conclusions there is, yeah, paedophilia is not using lemon and herb sauce at Nando's. It's not driving a Fiat 500. If you've found a paedophile that does drive a Fiat 500, then okay, that one example I'll let you off with. But
can you describe the vehicle? It's Stanker Piri Piri.
But do you know what? Like, so that is the banhammer. Is stop using it. It's boring chat. But also, can you at least spell it right? You're spelling it pedo.
It's pedo behaviour. Aye.
Spelling it pedo
Right.
is paedophile
Do you know
behaviour.
what? I'm not putting it in
Why not?
because each week you come here with the same banhammer. It's
wee guy chat.
It's a word that annoys you. What you need to come back with is a whole blanket ban on really, really disproportionate shite patter.
I mean, I could be here all day though.
No, aye, but we're here every week. Every time you win one of these banhammers, and it's the same banhammer. I've already put this in. I'm not putting it in again.
He's just Berko'd you a belter.
Oh,
He's not letting you bring back the same vote for the third time.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start retweeting off Trample.
What other ones has he done?
Unpopular opinion.
I think this actually stemmed from my original Your Da Sells Avon.
No, that was after.
Do you think he's copying you?
I think I've come out with the...
You Article 13 in my banhammer?
I think I'm going to copyright this.
Are you Article 13 in my banhammer?
I think I am.
Those sound... See if you don't know what Article 13 is or what a banhammer is, that just sounds like a conglomeration of words chucked at somebody.
I'm so angry about Article 13.
You've no shit. You've heard going on. You phoned me earlier on.
Have you seen this?
What's that saying? Your t-shirt underneath the jacket? Say no to Article 13. See that fucking... How much do you listen to like the radio or the news?
Never.
Depends what it is.
There's a guy fucking standing outside Westminster singing "We're not going to Brexit" to Twisted Sisters. We're not going to take it.
Right.
But he's been doing it for nearly 6 months.
And you keep hearing...
The whole day. He must not have a job. He must just stand outside 5 Live every time they go, start singing it. Anytime Laura Kuenssberg's on the telly.
See this time that we're going through. Like I spoke there about my wee boy watching Live Aid, and see the sort of zeitgeist. Like, you don't know what the zeitgeist is to like 10, 20 years later.
Yeah.
Where, do you know what kind of a song is of the time, or a piece of video is of the time,
like
or a piece of clothing.
The STV documentary in 20 years' time, where they're like, well, Trample Bat were really ahead of their time. They were a cult classic.
But see the guy that you are describing there.
Uh-huh.
Like, can you imagine what the zeitgeist will be like for him in 10, 20 years' time? Like, what he was doing through the 2.5 years of the whole Brexit thing. And then, like, fucking Jacob Rees-Mogg and Boris Johnson coming back for a film career in America in 20 years' time. Essentially the Bros documentary. And then that guy singing Twisted Sister is waiting for them at the airport. You know, like, oh, we had such good times. Do you remember? Like, this is going to be like a window of people's lives, and go, like, I'm laughing. I'm pointing out to the kids going, do you know what? Live Aid was really, really well intentioned, but it fucked up massively. Like, how are we going to look at this period in 10, 20 years' time? You're just going to go, everybody kept calling one another pedos and driving fucking really wee Italian motors. Like, it's only now with you saying that, saying 6 months, every radio report, I can hear him in the background like a fucking like a dripping tap or Techno Peter. You know, it's kind of the noises in the videos and the same things that we've been looking at and getting bored with will not be here in 10, 20 years' time. But when we look back at this period, it's going to be so fucking strange.
Yeah, it's the automation stealing jobs, but every 25 years you don't know what the big industry is going to be.
Aye.
Like the job that our kids are going to have in 25 years isn't the job that exists now. It doesn't exist.
They'll all be Uber drivers.
That won't be a thing.
Aye, because
They'll
automation
be
will kill
Uber
it.
driver technicians.
As I say, the job,
No, there'll be robots, mate.
the job won't exist.
Yeah. That'll be good. That'll allow us to have a utopia where no one has to work.
But if you read any looked up Rutger Bergman,
No.
talking about the universal basic income, you have seen some of his
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
lately.
aye.
But honestly, see if you go onto Twitter and search Rutger Bergman, watch some of the videos.
Finish.
I've got 2 more minutes, then I'll go. Rutger Bergman. Go and look at Twitter and check out some of the stuff. He's been upsetting a lot of people, but he's released a book on universal basic income, and it is very interesting stuff. Really, really interesting.
Is he pro or anti?
Pro?
Okay.
Pro. Very.
I feel like this is just going to confirmation bias my stance on it, but I'll give it a look.
Right, Rutger Bergman.
And with that, we'll bid you adieu.
See you later.